All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck, turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me.
Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. This is fielded a couple yards deep, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go, set, 30 base. Down to lose one. Hit it.
They'll run on first down. Bowden. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Tackle made by Kenny Vaccaro.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches, so as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Five.
And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 18.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss, but with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
That was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. On 1st down, McFarland. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 30. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Set. 120.
59. Mike to 59. Man, that's trash. That's trash.
Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Waiting.
I got you, sir.
Sunday.
He's checking.
Recon, 152 fighter.
He's checking crap.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Eagles nothing.
Go.
Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up awfully close to a 1st down, but by the looks of it, might be a yard shy. And he's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Oh, he left this one out to the right. That's a bad miss. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now again, right side, Reynolds. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Lefty.
A quick throw there out to Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey. He's at the 40, the 20, and he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 82 yards.
And an Eagle 1st down.
So that play flips the field right on its ear. Here's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. On second down now, McFarland. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down. And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that drive began at their own 3. They wind up getting 3 out of it.
And to me, the mentality to begin the drive, that was probably the key to everything. Let's just make sure we take care of the football, give ourselves some room, and maybe punt it away. Instead, it started at the 3, and it ended with 3 points.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed. And pretty well executed there. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2nd and 6. He's going to go for a big play downfield. That's caught inside the 20. That one good for 37 yards. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays, and target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the... And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Texans push further out in front.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Wentz going to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. And they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10.
Right there.
Hey, Haywood.
54 Mike. I'm coming.
Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there.
1st down, Eagles.
Waiting. So let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. He's coming. Double up. Double up. He's coming.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Philadelphia.
13 yards.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This pass complete, wins to Ertz. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 27-yard line. Wentz now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Myles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Wentz. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Wentz. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the right hash. This from 48. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now back to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. The 40, 30, 10, 5. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick-6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's 2nd and 8. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And got his man complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. The Texans here on third down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back now in Houston. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter. Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 34.
Kill. 36.
Federal West.
52. Joker.
Sunday.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Tighten up.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Well, I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They'll run on first down. It's Reynolds, and he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that second down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. The Texans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. Past the 20. Touchdown, Houston. Tyreek Hill with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. Here's Ryan Allen now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. This is taken at the 23. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he has another first down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. That is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Wentz's throw into the hands of Aguilar. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Now a play fake. Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Here's Ryan Allen now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
Watch the slant.
Greystone travel. Snap.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time he fell incomplete. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is caught. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Texans, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.